My wife ordered our trained German Shepherd to attack my sister at a family barbecue. I've never been more proud. My wife stood up suddenly during our family BBQ and commanded our German Shepherd in a voice I'd never heard before. Zeus, attack. The dog launched himself at my sister, jaws locking onto her forearm as she screamed and fell backward off the picnic bench, blood immediately soaking through her shirt. I tackled Zeus off my sister while our kids ran inside crying, and my parents screamed at my wife, calling her a psychopath who should be locked up. My mother was on the phone with 911 sobbing that her daughter-in-law had weaponized a dog against her own daughter, while my father tried to stop the bleeding with dish towels that turned red instantly. My sister was writhing on the ground, screaming that my wife was insane and had always been jealous of her, while our cousins filmed everything, and our 8-year-old daughter stood at the window watching her aunt bleed. I grabbed my wife's shoulders, demanding to know what the hell was wrong with her, why she'd lost her mind and attacked my sister who'd been nothing but helpful with our kids. The neighbors came running over and backed away when they saw the blood pooling on the concrete, one of them saying they'd testify that my wife commanded the attack unprovoked. My brother-in-law was hysterical, calling my wife an attempted murderer, while I stood there wondering if my wife had snapped from stress. That's when my wife finally spoke up. I found videos on Sophie's phone when she left it here last night, her voice shaking. What videos? I asked. She's been recording herself touching our children during babysitting. Everyone went silent except for my sister's moaning, and my wife continued quickly, showing footage that made my legs go weak. I found 6 hours of her making Olivia play special games, where she has to sit on her lap without clothes, and worse things with Ben that I can't even say out loud. The video showed my sister's hands where they should never be, while Olivia begged her to stop, and I felt like I couldn't breathe watching my sister tell our 4-year-old it was their special secret. I only found this at 3 a.m. when I was looking for my charger and her phone lit up with a notification, my wife continued, tears streaming down her face. I spent all morning trying to figure out what to do, called the police, but they said they'd need to interview the kids first, which could traumatize them more, and I tried to tell you, but you were setting up for the BBQ and said we'd talk later. I remembered brushing her off this morning when she'd seemed frantic, telling her whatever it was could wait until after the family party. Sophie had written notes about how she was going to frame me for the abuse. She has edited videos where you can only hear the kids crying, and she was planning to call CPS tomorrow morning with an anonymous tip that would have me arrested. My wife showed us pages from Sophie's journal she'd found in her overnight bag,